What's up guys, it's Trevor here and welcome back to my channel. So during the pandemic, you may realize that there are more and more people they are thinking about reassessing their priorities in life. So if you are thinking about retiring earlier than you originally planned, you are not alone. So whether your job has changed due to COVID-19 and is less appealing than it used to be, or even simply that you just want to spend some more time with your family instead of sitting in front of the computer at the office for 8, 9, or even 10 hours a day. So I believe retiring early is an option. It sounds like it is a good option, eh? You may feel that you are emotionally ready to retire already, but just keep in mind that you have to be financially ready to do that as well. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 steps that you can take to retire early as you planned and to be totally independent with your financial status. And just before we do that, as always, please do me a favor, just hit the like button and the subscribe button below because it will help my channel a lot and it will keep me being motivated to make new videos for you guys. If you have done that already, I really appreciate that, and let's jump right into the video. Okay, the first step is not for someone who just received a gift deed from their parents or someone who just won the lottery ticket. If you are one of them, please just bash or ignore this first step. The first step is for a normal person or an average person who has not got a big chunk of money in their pocket. So the step number 1 is to get a job. So getting a job, it means that you can be employed by a company or you can even work for yourself and you're a self-employed person. So why I use this one as the very first step, and I think it is the most important step right here. So if you don't have any source of income, it will become impossible for you to build any wealth because you have no cash flow at all, right? So the very first step is the very important step, which is you have to get a job. Even if you work for yourself or you work for a company, it will bring you with a source of income that you can get the money that you earn every bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, or even every month. And with that money, you can for sure build your wealth and reach the independence in your financial status. No sooner, no later. After having the income from the employment, you can jump right into the step number 2, which is creating a detailed plan with the numbers that you have to reach so you can retire early. Whenever we talk about investments here in Canada, we always want to talk about the return on investment. It is all about the X amount of money that we receive in return when we use or we put down the Y amount of money into the investment. And in Canada, there's a lot of types of investment that we can do. And each type of investment will bring you a very unique kind of return on investment. So to be conservative, in Canada, you can use the number of 5% as the return of investment. And that is really conservative because there are a lot of types of investment which can bring you with 10, 15, or even 20% return on investment in Canada. So in this case, if we use the 5% return on investment as the average numbers, it means that if you want to live a life with $60,000 annual income without having to work, you have to have at least $1.2 million invested. Or if you want to live a life with $70,000 annually, you have to invest $1.4 million. When you are done with having a detailed plan and the numbers that you have to reach to retire early, it's time to move on to step 3, which is be frugal. So what does it mean by being frugal? It means that you have to always live below your means and live like you are running out of the money. But actually that's true, because if you are living like you are having a lot of money, no sooner no later you will be running out of money for sure. There are some people, they may say that, hey, it's the money, right? So is using the money the real reason why you have to work? Because you work every single day, you earn the money, so you have to spend to every cent of the money you make. So I myself, I don't think that is a good idea, because I always want to work to earn the money. The reason why is because it will help me build a very strong base for me. So in the future, I can invest the money and then the money will work for me instead of me having to trade all my time 8-9 hours every single day to make the money. So instead of me making the money or I work for the money, I want the money to work for me. That was the reason why I always want to earn the money right now if I still can, and then I will invest the money so it can work for me and it will create more money for me to use in the future. So the very simple advice over here is just ignore or just bash any opinions that make you feel devastated or make you feel discouraged. So just focus on your plan. If you have the plan already, just focus on it, just do it, and then just show people that you are on the right path. So when you are successful being frugal and live below your means, it's time to jump right onto step number 4, which is save money. If you are receiving the paycheck every bi-weekly or every month, I highly recommend you to save at least 50 to 70% of each and every paycheck that you receive. So for me myself, when I started saving the money, I always want to set aside 50% of my paycheck, put it into the saving account when I receive the paycheck right away. The reason why I want to do it is whenever I move the money into the saving account, I have a feeling that I achieve something because I have a bigger goal, is to be independent with my financial status. So I always look at my saving account, and whenever I move the money into saving account, I know that I did something right and I'm reaching my goal. And the other 50% still sits in the checking account, will be used for any kind of expense that I got on the list, like the house or the rent or the mortgage, and the utility, the food, the car insurance, the phone bills, and other stuff. And for all those kinds of expenses, I highly recommend you to have a detailed checklist to follow, and you have to strictly follow that guideline or the budget just to make sure that you always be able to save 50% of your monthly or your bi-weekly check at least. A quick note on this 4th step for you is if you can start saving your money as soon as possible, just do it, because it will be a little bit easier for you just to do it by yourself when you are still single. So you can budget things easier because it will be for you only, instead of doing it later in the life when you are married and you have kids. That will be a little bit tougher because with kids there are some events that will be happening just out of your control, and it may delay your process a little bit. So just start saving and be frugal whenever you are ready. So you may wonder, what should you do if you save the 50% of the salary every 2 weeks or every month already? Let's jump right into step number 5, which is invest the money. Please believe me when I say that investing is the only way that can help you achieve the FIRE strategy, which is the financial independence and retire early. So why do we have to invest the money, and why it is the only way that can help us build our FIRE, which is to retire early? Just a very simple example to let you know why. If you just leave the money in the saving account here in any banks in Canada, they are offering you the rates of around 0.05% for everyday saving account. So that is not a good deal at all. Just maybe for me, myself only, if you are thinking that 0.05% can bring you some more wealth, you should highly doubt that. And instead of leaving the money in those 0.05% interest rate saving account, you can for sure that invest the money, which can easily get you 5% return on investment, which is very conservative. As I mentioned earlier, you can reach to the goal of 10, 15, or even 20% if you find the proper investment strategy. So that was the reason why I always say that investing is the only way that can help you build your wealth and to be independent with your financial status. So what will you do with that 50% of your pay to be saved up in the saving account? I would suggest that you spend that 90% of the money you saved on your saving account and put that 90% of the money into the investment. The other 10% just leave it there, and you can set that aside and use it as the emergency fund, because you may know on the daily basis you may have a car broken, you may have something that happened out of your control, and you really need an emergency fund to cover all those expenses. So that 10% of your saving account will be just used for that purpose only. The other 90%, just dump off them on the investments. Talking about the investment in Canada, there are a lot of types of investment that you can do. So I myself, I have a lot of type of investment. I invest in real estate, I invest in stocks, in ETFs, in hedge funds, and I used to invest in GIC and bonds and stuff like that as well. Just so you guys know that there's a lot of types of investments here in Canada that you can do, and you can grow your money. I want to take a quick moment to talk about Questrade, my favorite brokerage in Canada. So if you are starting to invest in the stock market in Canada or all over the world, Questrade is the very good brokerage that you can base on or you can work on to grow your wealth. So if you decide to move on with investing in stocks and ETFs and funds, please check out the link below in my description so you can sign up, and whenever you use my referral code or the link below, you will be able to qualify for the $50 cash back when you invest using the Questrade, and it means that you may qualify for up to 10 trades without any commissions, and I believe that is a very good start for you to start working on the stocks investment. After you invest the money already, what should you do next? That would be step number 6, which is you have to keep learning, keep doing researches, and keep making friends with the people that share the same interests as you. As you may know, in Canada, there's a lot of types of investment that you can work on. So whenever you are focused on one type of investment at a time, there may be a lot of other types of investment that can work for you as well. That was the reason why I highly recommend you to just focus on widening your knowledge, doing the researches on what types of other investments that can work for you, and during that same time you can try to widen your connection, widen your social network, because if you are surrounded by the people sharing the same interests as you, who are the investors here in Canada, you may know or you may realize that they may share the knowledge they have, they may share the experience, they may share the way they handled the hiccups in their lives, so you can easily be prepared for the growth or for the road ahead. And for sure that maybe if you are having a big enough connection or the network, you may start seeing some deals, some ideas that may come up with, and for sure that will bring you with a lot of opportunities to build your wealth. And I don't find any negative effect of that thing, so it is a very good thing to do, and if you want to build your wealth, that is a very crucial step. And the last step, step number 7, is have a detailed plan of what to do when you are able to retire early. Retiring early, it doesn't mean that you can just sit on the chair or on the beach enjoying a coffee every single day, 8-9 hours a day, just doing that, because you will very soon realize that it is terribly boring. For me myself, I always want to have the feeling that I accomplished something, or at least I have a progression in something that I'm doing at this point of time. So I just don't want to waste my time just sitting there doing nothing, staring at computer, watching a TV, watching a movie all day long. That will just make me feel very useless. So instead of doing that, I will have a plan for myself. Whenever I will be able to retire early, I just want to have a detailed plan. Like, for example, if I want to make YouTube videos, I will do it right away with a very detailed plan. How to do it, what should I do it, and what I need to do before jumping onto that hobby. And for you, you may think about opening your own company or starting a project that may bring you a little bit more of money, and that will make you feel more useful, and that will make you feel that you are working somehow, so the life will not getting bored easily for you. But for this step, just please make sure that it is your hobby and your passion. Just do what you really want to do only, okay? Just don't fall back onto the step that you feel that you are working for money and you have to do it just to earn the living or just to earn more money. It's not worth it because you are retired early already, right? You have enough money to survive, to live the lifestyle that you always want. This kind of hobby and passion, it will be just helping you feel more useful to life, and just consider it as an opportunity for you to just live the way you like and just still feel that you are useful. And that is the 7 steps that I think you can do to retire early and live your dreaming lifestyle. If you think this video is useful for you, please do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, just any kind of questions, just please drop the comment below. I will answer all the questions for you right away. And again, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next video.